Hey, welcome everybody. It is time now, as you can see, our Builder postseason show. We have reached the playoffs here in the KCAC season, and boy, we're ready to go. 8 teams ready to do battle to see who can claim a KCAC tournament title, something that Matt O'Brien's teams have done in the past. We'll talk about the road ahead here in a minute, Coach, but great to see you, and congrats on a Senior Day win. I know those days are very meaningful to you. A very special ceremony, great crowd inside Stewart Fieldhouse, and a worthy opponent in the University of St. Mary came to town.
Yeah, what an awesome senior night. I really appreciate our parents and the seniors we had this year. So it was fun to really end it on a good note in Stewart Fieldhouse. And again, the community was really behind them. It was an exciting game, and feel very fortunate to have won. And just a magical night with all the help from the athletic department trying to make things special, and all the organization of Coach McSorley throughout the week. The seniors really did have a special night.
And a fun week.
Yes.
I know talked to Coach McSorley last week on our pregame show.
Yeah.
I always get a kick. The funnest one, I know you have a special event each day. But shooting free throws with your glasses on really throws people off.
No, it does. And then the former players still remember that, and they'll text me that week, and they have good memories of senior week, and that means a lot to me.
You can shoot free throws with those on, though.
I'm probably the only one, but I barely can. I'm a lot better with contacts. That's my excuse anyway. So I see a little bit better with my contacts. So if you beat me at ping pong or some kind of shooting, I got an excuse for you. If I put my contacts in, I'll win.
Built-in excuses
Yes.
are all right. Hey, your team shot 73% from the field, 74% actually, if you round up against St. Mary in that first half. Built a 12-point lead, held that for about the first 10 minutes of the second half. St. Mary came charging back, but again, your team. I just felt like your team was solid and got to the finish line ahead.
Yeah, I knew they would. We saw what we were shooting at halftime, and they're so dynamic. They're guards, and then with Damari Smith, he's one that's been like he'd have a really good game, and then we got him on a really good night, and so then you're dealing with three, really really good on that night. You're dealing with three of the top guards in the league as far as scoring the basketball. So they made it tough, and they make the floor spaced out well for their team. So it was a difficult game, and I just feel very fortunate to win and make the KCAC playoffs again. I mean, there's 6 teams that are done, and even to be in the top 8 of the KCAC it's a big deal and an honor.
And I know you take pride. I mean, you have not missed the playoffs in your 17 years here. And I know back before we added teams, everyone got in, but it's been this format for a number of years, and you've had to be in the top 8.
Yeah, we've been over 10 years of where it's whittled down. I think it may be longer than that. It's been we had 10 teams, and it was just the top 8 for quite some time. So it was just only a few years that you automatically made it. But feel very fortunate to have had so many kids that took a lot of pride into trying to finish the season strong and making that KCAC tournament.
It's just so interesting. Basketball, more than any other sport, you watch the journey, how teams evolve. You see box scores that from any team in November, and they are usually quite different when you see them in late December or into February. And I think that's the case with your team. Your team, I know you turned a corner after going 2-4 and made some changes, and I think you and your coaches kind of got more comfortable with your substitutions, and you kind of go with what you feel best with.
Yeah, I think this team has improved as much or more than any other team that we've coached over the last 20 years. And so it's very rewarding to see the improvement we've made from day one till now. We're playing our best basketball now by far. And the guys are individually improving, and we are also improving collectively as a team. And so it's fun to see all their hard work for them to get some rewards from it.
So many great Builder supporters, and they love to come talk to me, and they'll tell me, if only we wouldn't have lost those 4 games early in the season in the conference. And yet I think we wouldn't be where we're at if you didn't do that. You had to go through some stumbling stones there to figure out who you were.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. Our failure early on in the season was very painful. We're a team that's run motion for 19 years in a row, and we had to really dig deep, and it was really tough for me to make a change in what we're doing offensively, because I've loved what we've been able to do for so long. And then really study and take some time to really understand what we were going to do and how we were going to do it. And so feel very fortunate that we were able to make a change that actually worked. I mean, a lot of decisions in life I think are 50-50, and you just got to make the best of what you decide. But I think we were fortunate enough to, a change in our offense was really helped us skyrocket our efficiency on offense. We're one of the best teams in the country right now as far as offensive efficiency. And in the first semester, particularly in conference play, we were very, very stagnant on offense and struggled. We'd move it and it'd hit the wrong guy at the end. And so where we are now is it's special for us for where we began.
Been fun to see for sure. You look at this tournament, Avila edged out KW for the 8th spot. They go to Oklahoma Wesleyan tonight. St. Mary, I think, is a dangerous team. They go to Wichita to play a team without Colin Macklin anymore, with unfortunately with his injury that you saw. And then McPherson hosting Evangel. Evangel is dangerous in there. And then, of course, any 5-4 game is always interesting. Southwestern Bethel, a team that you're very familiar with.
Yeah.
They're familiar with you. When you look at the 7 other teams in the tournament, Coach, you're 8-6 against these teams, and you and Bethel, who are on the same top of the side of the bracket with Oklahoma Wesleyan, are the only 2 teams to beat Oakwood this year.
Yeah, that's right. And after we broke it down, we're the only team that's played all of the tournament teams twice. So you'll see in our strength of schedule that will come out, which is putting us in a really good position for an at-large bid. We have the toughest schedule in the conference. So that's, the statistics and our RPI, our strength of schedule is really good. So it was difficult for us to finish, towards the top with the tough schedule that we played, but it definitely to our benefit, as now we have some of the metrics with the strength of schedule. We're really high in that, and it's putting us in a really good position for an at-large bid.
Beat everybody in the field except for McPherson, and didn't lose to Evangel or St. Mary this year. So pretty impressive, I think, by you and your staff and your team. The battle tonight here in North Newton. You and I have been here a number of times in the playoffs, and I've seen your team as a mid-seed go on runs.
Yes.
I still think of Cameron Hunt when you went to Tabor College as a 4 seed against the 1 seed there. But the focus is here tonight with Jason Artaz, a really talented Bethel team. And I feel like it all starts with Carmelo Yakubu.
Yeah, I mean, he's certainly a talent, and they're very well coached and play well together. And we know it's going to be a battle. It's going to be 40 minutes of focus and energy and toughness that it's going to take to win in this place. They've got a lot of tradition as well, recent tradition as well in the playoffs, and so it'll be 2 teams that are probably going to go in, giving all they have to try to win.
It's interesting. You've had so many close games with so many teams in our league, but with Bethel, they won by 8 in Stewart Fieldhouse. You won by 15 at Bethel most recently back in January. What worked well for you? How much of that film do you look at now, or do you scrap it? Was it one of those nights for the Threshers? How did you guys get that big win there?
Well, I mean, we hit some shots and we executed well, and sometimes you just have your A game on a certain night, and it's really hard to explain to folks that haven't been around college basketball for a long time. I mean, no matter how hard you try, to have your A game every night is impossible. I mean, there's just going to be nights where you just don't have it. That night we had it, and we played well and won the game. I also think when we played in Winfield, we played really good. That was before we changed our offense, but we played really good and we played really hard and physical, and they were the better team. But it's going to be a tough game, and we think it'll come down to some big plays, and I think those big plays are going to be loose balls and rebounds, and maybe it'll be somebody who steps up and makes a couple of plays by making shots, but I think the rebounding and loose balls will be key factors.
I think one key factor is, I know we're running a little bit long here, but having guys like Wyatt Bell, Isaac Holbright, Austin Hilton, these are they're not just seniors, Coach.
Yeah.
They're graduate kids, and I just see in all programs when they have those kind of guys on there, there's something special about them, and they generally don't get rattled in tough situations.
No, they've all played in our guys have played in a lot of playoff games. They've played in national tournament games. So, yeah, I mean, we should be ready. We've got older guys, and we've certainly been tested throughout the season playing tough opponents, all the best teams in our league, with the strong non-conference schedule that we had. We're going to be ready.
Can't wait. It should be fun here. And please do all you can do. I don't want to see the Viking chant, the skull chant at the end of the game from the Threshers.
No, we don't want to see that either. As much as we respect our opponent, we don't want to watch the celebration tonight.
Just take that win. You'll head right to the locker room and get ready for the next.
That's right.
Coach, great season, and I hope we can do this again before Saturday's game.
Yeah, I hope we can.
Matt O'Brien joining us here on our Builder postseason special.